Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, your 38th favorite dad in the family community, Papa West, Jacob West. And no, I am not here for TMG Teams. I am not here for TMG Sports. Don't worry, I did not have a brain fart and forget to change the background, the little overlay logo up there at the top, or the colors of our names. Uh, I am actually here to host a TMGeek match. I have the beautiful Aaron Canole, Aaron here to help kind of shoehorn this to help it not fully go off the rails. Aaron, how are you doing today?
I'm just confused as to who put your ass in charge, but other than that, I'm good, man. Let's do this.
I put myself in charge because that's how you do it, Aaron. We have a great match today, still rocking the tournament going on. We have the 3 seed, Richard Schwartz, taking on the 11 seed, Amarú Moses. So, Aaron, is there anything you want to say before we start the interview process and get these guys in here?
No, man, this is going to be another interesting match. You know, all three of our previous quarterfinal matches have been insane. Joe and Ryan pushed each other. Then obviously we had David and Robert push each other to literally tie and beat the all-time score record, and Alan and Andrea pushed each other as well, man. All of these matches have been competitive and intense, and I expect nothing less from a man named Mr. Carefree and Amarú.
Yeah, so hopefully there's a lot of pushing and not pushing over. We'll see how it goes as we bring in the first competitor, the number 3 seed of the bracket, Mr. Carefree himself, Richard Schwartz. Richard, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Excited to be here. I'm also, kind of nervous. Amarú is a tough opponent. I mean, the fact that he's the 11 is kind of insane. Like, he could easily be number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, he's that good. I have a challenge up for myself. This would probably be my toughest match yet. And, I'm 2-0. Hopefully to keep it 3-0. But regardless, with all that, when you're facing against me, it's always Carefree. That's the way it got to be. Let's do this thing.
All right, and just like Aaron was kind of mentioning before, all 3 of our quarterfinal matches that we've had so far have been very close, have gone to the last question, been neck and neck all the way. Is there any like additional pressure, knowing that we're hoping that the same thing happens here, Richard?
There's always going to be pressure like that, of course, but it's not about the other matches. It's about this match right now, and I can only focus on what I'm doing right now. I'm hoping that I will do my best to make it a great game, because I usually do. But anything could happen. I get brain fart. Amarú can have a brain fart. Who knows?
All right, that's what we like to hear as I kick you out, because I am great at kicking people out and bringing in Amarú Moses, or Ruber, whatever you want to call him. Amarú, same questions. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I've never played Richard one-on-one in anything, and as he is Mr. Carefree, I'm just excited to have a very fun match, because playing against him feels like there's less pressure because he just makes it less pressure in all. But up until like right before we went live, just still nervous. So I'm gonna try to go off my man, make it carefree, have some fun, and hopefully keep going in this turn.
Definitely.
I was going to say, kind of similar to what Jacob mentioned, but a little more specific for you. You kind of go around and run in circles with people like Joe and David, who have been high scoring and are set to play each other next round. Do their recent performances put any pressure on you to kind of match up with them because you are close with those guys?
Not at all. Richard said it best. It's about today's match. I have already had a game in this tournament that could have not gone my way, and it was not as high scoring as those gentlemen. So it's really about just making sure I come out with the win today, whether that's 29 points or 9 points. A win is a win is a win is a win. So I'm ready to go.
Sounds like he's ready.
That's exactly how I took that too. As I add Richard, because if both of y'all are ready, I'm ready. Aaron, I don't care if you're ready or not, because we are getting into this. The way TMGeek works, just like every other round, it is 3 rounds, or every other league, except for one league that I hold near and dear to my heart, TMG Sports. Little shameless plug right there, Kevin. I'm sorry, I have to do it. Almost every other league, it is 3 rounds to a finish. The way round number 1 works, I'm going to ask both of y'all 10 questions. This is going to both of y'all at the same time. You're going to take a whiteboard, piece of paper, Etch-a-Sketch, blood and knife, cut it on your arm, whatever you want to do. You're going to take your answer, write it down. Whenever we are done counting, it'll give you like 15, 20 seconds roughly. We're going to call you by name. Please show us your answer. I don't care if it's misspelled, as long as it's close and as long as it's pronounced semi-close and not Jane Fonda or anything like that. You get a point. If you get it wrong, you get nothing. There is no stealing because you're both getting the same question at the same time. I don't know how stealing would work. We'll maybe look at it at season 2. I don't know. Probably not happening anytime soon, though. And again, you all get the same 10 questions. If you get all 10 questions right, you will get a bonus question asked only to you if you get all 10 right. And throughout the match, every competitor will get 3 repeats and 1 challenge to use at their discretion. Now, if you did not fully hear the question, because I cut out, you cut out, whatever, please let us know, because we do offer technical repeats because we are nice and not dicks. So with that, Aaron, are you ready to get the show on the road?
We're not allowed to be dicks?
No.
Oh, man. All right. Yeah, then let's do it.
I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Well, let's get into this, starting off with question number 1, which comes in the category of Star Trek. In Star Trek Into Darkness, Spock performs a mind meld with what character just before their on-screen death? Star Trek Into Darkness. Of course, not the worst Star Trek movie, but pretty close to it, I'd say. Aaron, what are your thoughts on that?
As I stated last match, it's about as good as the rest of them that I've seen.
The answer's in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, going with Richard.
Admiral Pike.
And Amaru.
I didn't say Pike. I said Kirk.
The correct answer is Admiral Pike. Richard taking the 1-0 lead.
All right. We'll go ahead and head on to question number 2, and that's going to come in the category of Wizarding World. The movie's not the theme park. Just thought I'd throw that out there. And your question is, who directed Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban?
Also not the books.
Also not the books. Yes, fair enough. Although we are debating textbook questions from the Fantastic Beasts book at some point down the road.
We'll see.
Kevin's going to hate us for all the things we're saying.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
Go ahead and go to Amaru.
Alfonso Cuarón.
And Richard.
Alfonso Cuarón.
Both competitors correct. Amaru pronunciating it correctly.
I'm not
pronouncing
French.
it.
I'm sorry.
Terrible.
Yes. Richard showing he is, in fact, a white male with no Hispanic accent or no way to enunciate a Hispanic accent.
Wait,
but it's okay.
Is that supposed to be
We've all been
Spanish?
there.
I thought it was French. Oh, that's...
I don't know. I don't know.
Are you asking about
Something.
Cuarón?
Yeah.
Cuarón is Mexican, yeah.
Oh, yes! I got it right. All right, getting back into it with question number 3, which comes in the category of the MCU. In Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, why won't Drax wear one of Rocket's arrow rigs? Me personally, I don't like them because I have a fat belly and they are tight.
I think I could handle the arrow rig. The thing I've always had problems with are those harnesses where they try and put them under your legs. That's just weird.
5, 4,
I'd rather
3, 2, 1. Going with Richard.
It chafes his nipples.
And Amaru.
Because he has sensitive nipples.
I will go ahead and give it to both of them. It is he has sensitive nipples. They chafe his nipples, and no one likes having their nipples hurt. So, both gentlemen correct right there.
Absolutely. Moving on to a category that does not seem to mention nipples often, Middle Earth. When Frodo and the hobbits first meet Aragorn in the Fellowship of the Ring, he goes by what name?
Good question here. Do orcs have nipples?
I'd imagine, they live in dirty caves. I'm sure they're down with the down and dirty.
And why do we never see any female orcs? 5, 4, 3.
Because that just raises questions.
2, 1. Pens down.
We'll go ahead. Since we were talking about pronunciations before, I'll try and nail this one. Amarú.
Strider.
And Mr. Carefree.
Strider.
That's correct on both parts. Both competitors picking up the pace here.
All right, and as we continue on with question number 5, which comes in the category of Marvel movies. These are films outside of the MCU. What is Logan's occupation in the titular film? So, of course, we are looking for in the film called Logan. That's what titular means.
I thought you meant Wolverine Origins. I'm sorry.
I mean, we've been talking about nipples a lot, so the titular just 5, 4, 3, 2,
I not get there?
1.
Wow.
Hands down, going with Richard.
Limo driver.
And Amaru.
Limo driver.
Limo driver is correct. Both getting that as well.
Absolutely. As we move on, we are just past the halfway point, and we move on to question number 6, which comes in the category of DCEU, or whatever they're calling it this week. In Birds of Prey, what type of breakfast sandwich does Harley Quinn get from the cafe downstairs? Amarú already finished writing, and I wasn't even finished. Goddamn.
It's like he knows the answer or something.
Is that the point of this game? I thought
and we'll see if that's the case in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
We'll go ahead and go with Amarú.
Egg sandwich.
And Mr. Carefree.
The perfect egg sandwich, in her opinion.
All right.
Both are correct. Getting that one. Since Aaron won't say it, I will say it for you. Both getting that again. What? Going on to question number 7, which comes in the category of mixed bag. I have a bag full of movies. I'm going to reach in and pick one random one out. And your question is, what is the name of the Hunchback character that betrays Leonidas in 300? See, Aaron, I think this is why you're not great at trivia, because you don't realize you're supposed to know the answers.
Yeah, I just thought I had to show up and write stuff down. That would explain how the last match went.
Yes. 5.
Maybe I'll watch
4,
a movie with cars.
3, 2, 1. Pens down, going with Richard.
There goes my perfect game. I said Simon. I have no idea.
And Amaru.
I made something up. Chrysius.
Simon would be much easier to pronounce. The correct answer is Ephialtes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
All right. Well, as we move on from that category, we get to a category with words that are much easier to pronounce. Star Wars. Your question is, what is the name of the shaggy-furred, long-horned beasts which the Sand People ride, according to Obi-Wan in Star Wars A New Hope?
We went from give me a Greek person's name to give me a species name.
Absolutely.
We'll see which one's easier. 5,
one's easier to spell.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
Go ahead and go to Amarú.
Bantu?
Say it again for me.
Bantu.
And Richard?
I said Tonga.
All right. Unfortunately, Amarú, very, very close. The answer we were looking for is Bantha.
Bantha. Damn.
You're getting the Bantha and the Bendu from the Rebels TV series confused a little bit there.
That's what their baby would be called.
Probably. All right. Question number 9, your penultimate question, comes in the category of DC films. These are movies followed under Detective Comics films that are not in their extended universe or whatever they want to call it. Who voices Robin in Teen Titans Go to the Movies? Interesting thing, having a movie about characters going to watch a movie.
It was very Deadpool of them.
Yes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, going with Richard.
Blank board.
And Amarú.
I think I put the wrong one. Michael Cera.
As incorrect, we were looking for Scott Menville.
Yeah, Michael Cera's Lego Batman.
Yeah, I knew that. I just wanted something down.
Yeah. The only one I know from that is Terrace Ron, but that's Raven.
All right. Well, Scott Menville's disrespected, and we'll go ahead and move on to your final question, round number 1, plot summary. This is a category in which I will read you a summary to a geek film, and based on that summary, you will have to write the answer. All right. A man that is a hunter of replicants is forced to keep that job by his police boss. His assignment, eliminate 4 escapees from the colonies who have returned to Earth. Before starting the job, the man meets and falls for a replicant girl.
Answers in 5, 4,
I'm gonna use a
3, 2.
First repeat? All right. Richard uses his first repeat. Go ahead and give that to you again. A man that is a hunter of replicants is forced to keep that job by his police boss. His assignment, eliminate the 4 escapees from the colonies who have returned to Earth. Before starting the job, the man meets and falls for a replicant girl. Coming up, let's see if they have it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we'll start with Amarú.
Blade Runner.
And it worked for Mr. Carefree.
I said Blade Runner, but that was a guess.
Absolutely correct on both parts. 7-6 is the score going into round 2.
I just never seen Blade Runner. I had no idea that was even it.
Yes, it's always great when the random pool works in your favor. Again, as Aaron was saying, as we move on to round number 2, and the way round number 2 works is everyone's favorite wheel round. I have this beautiful wheel sponsored by Best Buy as they go away. Oh, no, they're back. Thank you, Best Buy, for staying with us this time. I have a wheel with a lot of categories on it. Each competitor will get a spin at the wheel. If they do not like what it lands on the first time, we do give them a second respin. Each category is going to give you 5 questions, each question worth 2 points apiece. If you don't know the answer, if you're kind of 50-50 on something, or if you just want to have some options, we do give you the option for multiple choice. However, if you go to multiple choice, we do devalue the points from 2 points to 1 point. And then everyone's favorite thing about round number 2, if you get the question wrong, we will go to your opponent for a chance to steal. So with that, Richard, you are currently in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer to Amarú?
Do I get to hear the categories?
Yes, you do, but you have to ask for it. So thank you for asking for it. Your categories on the wheel today are the DCEU, directors and composers, Wizarding World, DC films, quotes, MCU, Marvel, mixed bag, and we do also have spinners and opponent's choice.
You know, these doesn't seem too bad. I will go first.
All right, so Richard, your spin is in, and it lands on spinner's choice. Would you like to keep that or spin it again?
I'm going to keep spinner's choice, and
Okay.
There's two I want to do for sure, but I just, they're both. I mean, I'm going to go Wizarding World. I know Maru's going to get, but like if I don't know it, I can always go multiple choice. But
all right, so Richard, taking the category of Wizarding World, as I read off your questions for you. Question number 1. Nearly Headless Nick, the ghost of House Gryffindor, is played by what comedian?
Oh. You know what? I'm just blanking on his name right now. Multiple choice. I'll know it when I hear it.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, John Cleese, B, Stephen Fry, C, Craig Ferguson, or D, Rowan Atkinson.
It's A.
A, John Cleese is correct for 1 point.
I'm embarrassed about that one.
Moving on to question number 2. What Wizarding World character says, yes, there can be no light without a dark, and so it is with magic?
Ooh. Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Albus Dumbledore, B, Horace Slughorn, C, Remus Lupin, or D, Sirius Black.
Ooh, these are tough. I'm going to go C.
C, Remus Lupin is incorrect. Amarú, I will go ahead and give you a full repeat. What Wizarding World character says, yes, there can be no light without a dark, and so it is with magic? Your options are A, Albus Dumbledore, B, Horace Slughorn, C, Remus Lupin, or D, Sirius Black.
Horace Slughorn.
Horace Slughorn is correct for a 1-point steal.
Good job, Marion.
All right, Richard, your third question. In The Prisoner of Azkaban, what color does Tonk's hair turn when she gets mad about Moody calling her Nymphadora?
That's not Prisoner of Azkaban.
That's a typo. It's in the Order of the Phoenix. I just caught that as he was reading it. That is a typo. It happens in the Order of the Phoenix. The rest of the question stance is correct.
Okay, I will repeat that question.
It's red.
Kevin. Red is incorrect.
Oh.
So Amarú, if you will let me finish the question, I will repeat it for you. And just tell, it's the Order of the Phoenix, correct?
Yes.
Okay. In the Order of the Phoenix, what color does Tonk's hair turn when she gets mad about Moody calling her a Nymphadora?
They're calling her a Nymphadora, but okay.
I did call her a Nymphadora. Is not in there. It's just calling her Nymphadora.
I'll go orange.
Orange is correct for a big 2 points.
I'm going to challenge.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
And just to state, I think I know where you're going with this, but just state for the record, the challenge is?
I believe it's more reddish than orange.
Okay. All right. That's pretty straightforward. We'll drop you guys to the back and have that answer for you in just a minute.
All right. So Jacob or Aaron, either one, can you share your screen and pull up that clip? I rewatched it and it's very, very orange to me, but I want your guys' opinion on it. So
I'm trying to find it now.
No worries. And if you, like I said, if you can share your screen so the guys in the back can also see.
Very brief. Let me see if there's one that's even a few seconds longer.
Because that was one reason why they didn't go to multiple, but I didn't even put red as a multiple choice.
Sorry, I'm trying to. Okay, here we go. This looks just captured. Okay, all right. Let me back it up a few seconds. Share screen. Tab. Where is it? Here we go.
You did find a video.
I did find it. Yeah. So here is. Let me make sure it's shared. The audio is a little lower on this video, but I'll go ahead and play it and pause it.
Yeah, in my opinion, what
Yeah.
you guys tell me what you think.
I'll go full screen. Maybe it'll help you see it.
I mean, I think that, in my opinion, that's orange, but
I definitely see where you
I
can think it's red. It does have more of that orange hue to it, though.
Right. I mean, if he had said red orange or orangish red or something like that, then I would be more inclined to go for it. But yeah, I don't think I'd like if I think red would look totally different. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, give me. I'm trying to compare something really quickly. Okay, so I'm gonna put something else up on the screen just for the sake of comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Here. So I'll. He is technically called a redhead, but the hair has the same sort of
I see what you're
orangish hue
saying.
that her hair had.
Red being in the terms of like auburn.
In terms of hair, yeah, that would be called.
But see, her hair isn't normal colored though. It's purple before it goes to that. So that it's not. I mean, I do see what you're saying there, and maybe that's enough to. Jacob, what do you think about that? Because I didn't really think about it from that perspective. I mean, you do call somebody a redhead, and their hair is, in all fairness, that is more orange.
Those two hues. I'll put the other one back up. Those two hues to me look very close, and I understand from the point of view of like her hair turns unnatural colors and stuff, but in Half-Blood Prince, her hair also does go natural brown. So it's not like we're discounting natural colors. That's what I'm saying. I feel they are.
So I am reading a couple different
I was going to ask
plot synopsises.
Yeah, I'm doing the same.
And it's so I just read one. Where did it go? Where did it go? I didn't scroll up high enough. That's why.
Sorry to the two of you that are sitting in the back. I can see both of you there.
Apologies.
Yeah,
hanging out.
Nymphadora, but at one point in one of the books, she's called Nymphadora, and this makes her angry. And then her hair turns red when she falls for Lupin, and her Patronus changes her hair color, also changes to a light brown. So
that's the description area they worked off from the book. Okay.
In the book. So when you're describing the challenge or explaining the challenge, just say her hair does turn what appears to be orange, but it's more of like an auburn color. And in all fairness, that people do refer to that as red, but we're just going to throw out the whole question because it's still a little hairy, not to be funny. But yeah, I think that's the fair thing to do. Richard keeps the challenge. We throw out the question and do the backup question.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right.
So I'll let everyone else back in. We're going to bring it in like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are back from that challenge. And after further deliberation, what we've decided to do is, because it's a dark scene, orange and red are very similar in colors. Plus, when you look at someone and call them a redhead or ginger, they do have kind of that orange tone to them too. So for semantics and all that, we're just going to throw out the question because it not the best type of question to ask. Definitely up for interpretation. So with that, we are going to take away that 2-point steal from Amarú, but we're going to give Richard his challenge back. We're just going to throw out the question and give him another question in its place in the wizarding world. So with that, as we go in to your actual third question now. In the wizarding world, in the Half-Blood Prince, what is the very first item Draco sends to the Vanishing Cabinet in the Room of Requirement?
An apple.
An apple is correct for 2 points. And I can confirm that was the right movie, too, unlike the last one. All right, your fourth question. In the Order of the Phoenix, when in the Department of Mysteries, who finds the prophecy with Harry's name on it?
Ooh. Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Neville Longbottom, C, Hermione Granger, C, Luna Lovegood, or D, Ginny Weasley?
For clarification, Hermione was B.
Yeah, I'm going Luna.
Luna Lovegood is incorrect, going to Amarú for a 1-point steal. In the Order of the Phoenix, when in the Department of Mysteries, who finds the prophecy with Harry's name on it? Is it A, Neville Longbottom, B, Hermione Granger, C, Luna Lovegood, or D, Ginny Weasley?
Neville.
Neville Longbottom is correct for another 1-point steal.
Yeah,
Richard, your last question in the category of the Wizarding World. What is the name of the Goblin Gangster played by Ron Perlman in Fantastic Beasts, and where to find them?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Bogrod, B, Narlac, C, Asnar, or D, Grimjewel?
Can I get a repeat of the choices?
No, you cannot. Just kidding. Your options again are A, Bogrod, B, Narlac, C, Asnar, or D, Grimjewel?
I'm going C.
C, Asnar is incorrect. Amarú, your chance for a 1-point steal.
It's Narlac.
It is Narlac. Thank you for not making me repeat those.
Yeah, no problem.
It is Narlac for 1 point.
Not a good one.
Richard has a solid round maneuvering through, but those couple steals could come in huge for Amarú. On the up hand, though, that challenge was all important for lowering the deficit.
Yes. All right. So, Amarú, it is now your turn to spin the wheel. Are you ready to spin?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Your spin is in the category of the DCEU. Would you like to keep that or spin that again?
I'll keep it.
Keeping the DCEU.
He holds on to the DCEU. Amarú, you get 5 questions in that category. We'll go ahead and start with your first one. What is Orm's relationship to Aquaman in Aquaman?
Brother.
That is incorrect.
Half brother.
That is correct.
Challenge.
Figured that was coming. All right.
Didn't ask. My challenge is you didn't ask for specifics because I had a half brother in my head. I didn't want to be too specific. So my challenge is because you didn't ask for specifics, brother should be acceptable.
I'm not allowed to talk during his thing, right?
I mean, if
like my only thing is half brother is that was he was asking the relation. I mean, he's not like biological brother. I mean, there is a difference between a brother and a half brother, and that in itself the question was.
We'll take that into account.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want to interrupt Amar. I wasn't sure if I
got you. Oh no, you're good.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah,
I will also.
Solid statements like that are fine. It's just we drop you to stop the over talking and all that. But you're fine.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So once again, we will drop you to the back. And go ahead. Okay,
So,
sorry.
Dang it, Aaron, quit touching it. Okay, so they are half brother because they share the same mother and have a different father.
Not the same father, right?
I do see where Amarú is at because in the movie they do call each other brother, and it's one of those where technically they are brother, but technically they are half brothers in the actual relationship. It's just like in Star Trek: The Final Frontier, how are Cybok and Spock related? They are also half brother, but you can kind of be like, no, they're brothers.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like even saying the word specific is just kind of redundant when you say a relationship. There's only one real relationship you can have with somebody. So, as far as familial,
yeah, I mean,
that's my opinion. But
I would the way that I stand on it is I would keep the point as is, like let the steal happen, only because there's brother, there's half brother, there is step brother. They are all separated familial relationships, unless you guys feel differently about the asking for specific, because I would call half brother a totally different relationship that I wouldn't ask for more specific on. That's just me. But
you would ask for more specifics?
No, like to me, that's a straightforward. They're half brothers. Like,
I mean, I could understand if I was asking like how are Pippin and Frodo related or something, you know, second cousins or whatever it is on their mom's side, that kind of thing. Like then you'd have to be more specific if you wanted that other than cousins. But half brother is just half brother. So yeah, I think that's the way we're gonna go with it.
Okay.
All right, so I'll let you do your thing.
I was just saying we switched.
It happens. I'm sorry. All right. Well, with another fun deliberation, we have decided to keep everything the way it is with Richard getting the 2-point steal, because Orm and Aquaman, I forgot his first name for a second, share the same mother. Arthur share the same mother, but in fact have two different fathers. They're technically not brothers; they are half brothers. It's just like if you have the question, how are Cybok and Spock related in Star Trek V: The Final Frontier? They have the same father. They have different mothers. They are not brothers. They are half brothers. So we cannot give it to Amarú with that one. So with that, Richard does get the 2-point steal.
All right. And so unfortunately with that, Amarú will lose his challenge. But it's only the first question. He still has the rest of the round to go. And we move forward with the score of 12-9. All right. Your second question, Amarú, is who voices Keller, the Kryptonian AI service robot in Man of Steel?
It's pronounced Keylor, but
thank you. Voice from the back.
Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, Mackenzie Gray, B, Samantha Joe, C, Apollonia Venova, or D, Carla Guino.
B as in boy.
That is incorrect. We will move over to Richard for the possible 1-point steal. Your question is, who voices Keylor, the Kryptonian AI service robot in Man of Steel? Your options are A, Mackenzie Gray, B, Samantha Joe, C, Apollonia Venova, or D, Carla Guino.
C.
That is also incorrect. The answer we were looking for was D, Carla Guino. All right. We move on to question number 3. In Justice League, what do the Parademons feed on?
Fear.
That is correct for 2 points. Bringing him within 1 of Richard with 2 points, 2 questions left to go. Question number 4. What color is Carla's superhero outfit when the family members all wield the powers of Shazam at the end of Shazam?
Okay. Purple.
That is correct for 2 points.
Good job, Amarú.
A good pull to put him in the lead. 2 points on this final question would give him a 3-point gap. And that question being, what information is hidden on the diamond that Roman is trying to obtain in Birds of Prey?
Bertinelli's bank accounts.
That is correct for 2 more final points in this round. Round 2 ends 15-12. Both competitors putting up solid showings, but steals on both sides makes this interesting.
All right, and as we move on to round number 3, the way round number 3 works is each competitor is going to give me 3 numbers ranging from 1 to 12. Each number is going to correspond to a random category, and I'm going to ask you 3 questions ranging from a 2-point question, 3-point question, and then a 5-point question. We're going to go. If you get it right, if you take the lead, we'll move on to the next person. Or if you don't take the lead or you get it wrong, we're going to keep going. So with that, because Amarú is currently in the lead, I need 3 numbers from you, please.
Range?
1 to 12.
Yes.
1, 3, and 8.
1, 3, and 8. Richard, same question. 3 numbers, but please from 1 to 12.
9, 5, and 11.
9, 5, and 11. So with that, because Richard is currently down by 3 points, we will start with him. Since I asked Richard your round 2 questions, Aaron, would you please do his round 3 for him?
Absolutely. Richard, your first category is based off of you picking the number 9, which means you will be asking a question in the category of Star Trek. And I don't remember if Jacob did mention it before, but just so you guys are refreshed, Richard, you have 2 repeats and your challenge left. Amarú, you have the 3 repeats remaining for this round. All right, with that said, here we go.
Time out.
Yes.
Aaron, you said Star Trek, correct?
Star Wars.
No, I thought I said Star Wars. Did I say Trek?
You said
You said
Trek.
Trek.
Oh, well.
Okay,
Star
so
Wars.
I think I see what's going on now. Because I am looking category 9 as Wizarding World. So we're going off of what's beside the name in the category, right?
Yes.
Yes, we created 2 completely different orderings without actually having to
So
change
it's
it up.
one way going this way, another way going this. I see what's going on now.
Okay.
So it's Star Wars?
So it is Star Wars.
Okay. Time out. I got something on my screen. I would like permission to close out my iCloud.
Go ahead.
Yes.
That's fine.
Okay.
I was gonna say like that didn't have any effect. The thing that we were just talking about with the ordering on what Aaron said, he just misspoke when he said Star
No,
Trek instead of Star Wars.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
so
honestly didn't even realize I said Trek.
yeah,
So
yeah. I just wanted to make sure that was clarified that it didn't have any effect.
that would have got real confusing when I started reading the
Yes.
question.
Can somebody throw me the 3 numbers for Richard, by the way?
9, 5, and 11.
9, 5,
5,
11.
Thank you. Just count back in if you don't mind, so I can edit this.
5, 4, 3, 2.
All right, Richard, we'll go ahead and get to your 2-pointer. For your 2-pointer, you chose the number 9, which falls to the category of Star Wars. And here is your question. Obi-Wan and Anakin battle on which volcanic planet in the climax of Revenge of the Sith?
Mustafar.
And that is correct for 2 points, which will bring you within 1 of Amaru. Another correct answer will send it back over to him. Your second question that you picked was the number 5, and the number 5 correlates with the category of Middle Earth. And for that, your question is, in The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey, who is said to be the greatest wizard?
Saruman.
That is correct for 3 points, bringing you up to 17, which means we will go to Amaru for his 2.
All right, and Amaru, you chose category number 1, which means your 2-point question is going to come in the category of the MCU. And your question, what is the name of the character Jon Favreau plays in the MCU?
Do I need the full name?
First and last, yes, please.
Happy Hogan.
Happy Hogan is correct for 2 points, as we see ourselves tied 17-17. Now with that, since we are tied, since Amaru, you still have 2 questions left, we will go to you first with your 3-point question, which you chose number 3, which comes in the category of DC films. And your question is, in 300, what 2 things do the Persian herald demand that Leonidas give as a token of submission to King Xerxes?
Isn't that a mixed bag category movie? Not a DC movie?
Yeah, that's a mixed bag
that's
category.
mixed bag. That's not DC.
Yeah.
I don't know where that came from.
Dang
my
it,
bad.
Kevin. You're all right.
I'll edit it out. I'm sorry about that, guys.
We do have an automatic backup on standby.
Yeah,
there won't be any scramble with this. And that
automatically use
clear.
the backup. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay. As I was reading that, I'm like, I don't think that's DC, but okay, whatever. Kevin knows more than me.
I immediately hopped on because I was like, he doesn't have a challenge. I want to make sure we don't fuck this one up.
Yep. Okay.
No, that's all.
Good call, Amaru.
That's completely fair.
All right. So, Amaru, your 3-point question, which comes in the category of DC films. What is the name of the place where Jack gets submerged in acid, essentially creating the Joker in Batman?
Oh, no.
In
5, 4, 3, 2,
Repeat.
1. Using your first repeat, what is the name of the place where Jack gets submerged in acid, essentially creating the Joker in Batman?
Dang it.
5,
Saw this movie.
4,
Acme Industries.
Close. We were looking for Axis Chemicals.
Just saw that damn film.
All right. So, Amarú, we are moving on to your 5-point question, which you chose.
It doesn't matter.
Because so they both have the 5-point question left, so it really doesn't matter who we go with first. I would just think because Amarú is the lower seed, we would go with him first. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay.
I always thought it was whoever came in lower, but hey, whatever works.
Okay.
It's whichever
All right.
you want. It doesn't matter to me.
Yes. All right. So, Amarú, you chose category number 8, which comes in the category of scores and soundtracks. Your 5-point question. What famous holiday song is playing as Thaddeus Savannah and his older brother Sid play with the magic 8-ball in the car up until the radio begins to act haywire and Thad is transported to the Rock of Eternity in Shazam? Five, 4.
Repeat.
You have one left after this. What famous holiday song is playing as Thaddeus Savannah and his older brother Sid play with the magic 8-ball in the car up until the radio begins to act haywire and Thad is transported to the Rock of Eternity in Shazam? Five,
Last
2.
repeat.
Last repeat.
Can you mute me? So, because I have some sound, I want Amarú to be able to concentrate.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, Amarú, your last repeat. What famous holiday song is playing as Thaddeus Savannah and his older brother Sid play with the magic 8-ball in the car up until the radio begins to act haywire and Thad is transported to the Rock of Eternity in Shazam?
Let It Snow.
That is incorrect. We were looking for the song Do You Hear What I Hear? So with that, we are moving on to Richard for Richard's 5-point question. Plain and simple, you get it right, you win. You get it wrong, we are in overtime.
Okay.
Absolutely. All right. And so with that, Richard, you picked number 11 for your third number in this category, and that is going to go with the category Heroes and Villains. And remember, as Amarú did, you have 2 repeats remaining should you need them. Here we go. In Guardians of the Galaxy, Peter calls Ronan a big what right after he tells him the dance-off was a distraction. And we were looking for 2 specific words.
Repeat.
5.
Absolutely. Your first of 2 remaining repeats. In Guardians of the Galaxy, Peter calls Ronan a big what right after he tells him the dance-off was a distraction.
Asshat.
Would have been a good insult, but unfortunately we were looking for a big turd blossom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to sudden death.
Good luck tomorrow.
You too.
So,
All
Kevin,
right.
can you hop in real quick?
I can. Let me
Do-
tell Malcolm that we're about to go to overtime.
Okay.
Let's
So-
see. Be
Evan,
right.
the round one on the other dock was never updated, right?
It was never
was used
updated. That's
before?
correct. So
Okay, damn it,
we
okay.
will need to. What we will do is kind of
Spin the
Hang on,
wheel
I
for
have-
round 2 and go off of those.
No,
No,
we'll definitely alternate, but I just need to see what makes the
I was
most
gonna-
sense here.
Here's what I was going to suggest. I was going to say start, just to keep it simple, start with the bonuses in round one, like the few extras we had there.
Yep.
And then maybe either the 2-point bonuses in round 2.
Or how about me and Amarú both advance and just make it a triple
I would
threat?
say I'd do this. I'd go start with the extras, the backups and stuff from round one. Then
Yep.
round two, just start at the top and go with the backups from the top to the bottom.
Yep.
Backup questions
same
only.
thing round
And then
three,
if
if we
we
get there.
get further than that, then we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, we haven't had too many of
We
these.
haven't done this before.
Once
Or-
we did it once.
Here, Jacob,
Never
I would
mind.
say if it's a category that wasn't touched today, pick the question that you think could be answered the easiest as a 1-pointer. Just because there's varying degrees of round 2 questions, I don't want to give them something that
Well, that
Something too terribly hard.
yeah, true.
something
I mean-
that would be
Okay.
reasonable to get.
Okay. All right. So we are in an amazing moment right now. It is currently tied 17-17, which I'm sorry. We do believe in a winner and a loser. We can't let both of you go, and we're definitely not going to give whoever you're playing a free match to make it to the finals. We do have to have a winner. This is not the NFL. It's more like the NBA. We're playing until someone is in the lead. So the way that overtime works, Aaron and I are just going to start asking you random questions. And it's going to be just like round number one. We're going to ask both of you the same question. And it looks like you already have it. Get your whiteboards ready. Write your answer down. When we call on your name, show us. We are going to go until one person gets it right and the other person gets it wrong. So we're going until there's a lead change, just so y'all are aware. So with that, your first question
Do we get
in
any repeats back?
overtime. One repeat
We
per
got one
competitor.
repeat back.
Since I have my repeat, do I get to keep an extra, or it's just one now?
Nope, one repeat.
Down to one
Only
repeat.
one each.
All good.
Yes. So your first question in overtime: what type of cancer does John have in Constantine? And I do need a specific. I cannot accept a very bad kind of cancer. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Richard
Lung cancer.
and Maru.
Lung cancer.
Both are correct.
All right, we'll move on to your second question of sudden death. That question is, what song plays during the opening title credit sequence of Watchmen? And 5, 4, 3, 2. Go ahead and go with Amarú first.
I said the end of the world.
And Richard.
I just said smile. I have no idea.
The answer we were looking for is The Times Are A-Changin' by Bob Dylan.
So, Kevin, you want us to go with the number questions, don't go with the backups? in round 2?
Like I'm going through and filtering. Like I'm putting on the backup of the first category, how it has like a little 1 next to it.
Okay, I see that.
Then
Okay,
go to the next one. There'll be a 2. Yeah.
I see that now. All right, your next question. Who plays Cassandra Cain in Birds of Prey?
Good game, Mario. I don't know. I don't know this chick. I'm not getting the name. If you know it, you win. Okay. Oh.
You have a repeat if you don't want
Yeah,
to
I
totally
know.
give up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Richard, could you think of anything?
Nope.
And Amarú.
Ella J. Basco.
And your winner, Amarú Moses. As we kick out Richard, Amarú, you pulled out an unbelievable match. Literally every single quarterfinal match for this tournament has gone down to the wire. This making it all the way to overtime. How are you feeling after that?
Glad I won. I would have accepted either way. I wouldn't have agreed. I don't agree with the way y'all went with the challenge, but it is yours. So I'm glad I won, so I don't have to be a little more annoyed. I'm not annoyed now because I won it. So hey, Richard played his behind off though. He did. He answered what he needed to answer given where we were. I'm glad I pulled it out. I had a couple of questions that I have either seen the movie recently or I've heard the question before. I just could not remember it. But hey, I like I said, 9 points, 19 points. A win is a win is a win. So I'm glad to be moving on.
All right, so let's get to the good news we've been giving all the competitors. So at this point, you are now in the semifinals. That means your next direct match is against Mr. Alan Shepard, who won his match last week against Andrea Malabag. But the more interesting thing about being in the semifinals of this tournament is no matter what way it goes, you have earned your chance to work towards a title shot. Obviously, should you win the match against Alan, you will be in the tournament finals, the winner of which is our first champ. Should you lose the match against Alan, you will go into our third place match, which is a number 1 contendership, meaning if you lose and then win that, you will become the second person to go for the title in TMGeek. So no matter how it works, you have a path to the title. Obviously, you're hoping for the easiest route possible, but we now have our final 4 in yourself versus Alan and Joe versus David. How are you feeling, man?
When I saw Alan win, I was like, fam, please find a way to win because I've never played him in anything one-on-one and in Geek, and that is my man. So I'm very happy to be playing Alan Shepard. Let's go.
Great attitude. I will say he was excited for either of you, but you specifically, I think he really wanted. So it's going to make for a fun match, man. As I've said to Alan, he knows how to fall face first into a victory. So it'll be interesting to see how you guys match each other and take each other on. But once again, man, there's nothing we can say but great match. Very, very few matches have ever gone to overtime in TMGeek. I had the honor of watching one of them happen after I was eliminated, but it's a interesting scenario, and you did a great job to get that win, man, because that was not an easy question to win on. So congrats to you. Best of luck in the next round, and no matter what, you've at least earned a shot towards something, man. So it's all up road from here.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time, man.
As we kick Amarú out and bring in the unfortunate second place finisher, Richard. You almost pulled it out. Again, came down to the wire. It's just that one question where we asked you to name a 9-year-old little girl, and you couldn't do it.
Yeah.
How?
I mean, it happens. I got spinner's choice in round 2. I thought about going with MCU, my strength, but I went Wizard World, which I was comfortable with. I know I missed opportunities to get questions right. Amarú capitalized on the steals. He missed one question as his. I didn't capitalize, and that one point missed steal, and then that would have mattered. But I fought hard. I got the points in round 3 that I needed to get to tie it up. I could have won it, but that was a tough 5-pointer. It was not as easy as my one match against Nico. So that to me was definitely a 5-pointer. Couldn't not get it, and I knew as soon as I heard Birds of Prey, I was like, okay, I was ready for it. And then the little girl, I was like, God, poop. I could name everyone else, just not her. And I knew Amarú had it, so I was like, well, it was fun. I mean, I'm 2-1, so it's not like I've still a good record. Plus, my bracket's still intact, pretty well, So it was a win-win for me, and I had a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Yes. The bold strategy of betting against yourself, because it will pay off regardless.
Yeah, and as you said, man, you're 2-1, and so that puts you amongst the likes of someone like Robert Kastner, who is also 2-1. Ryan Payne is 1-1 after their losses in the quarterfinals. I believe Andrea Malabag is 2-2 after her loss. So that's kind of who you're circling around. One of those as a potential opponent, since you're the only one who actually knows who you could roughly be matched up against. Any of those sound appealing to you?
It's always has to go with a fellow 2-1. So Robert Kastner would be cool. Never got to play him in Singles Geek yet, so that'd be fun. But right. I played Ryan before in a different league in Geek. Anyone would be fine. I just like we have the same record, so it'd be cool.
He is Mr. Carefree to the T. Thank you for being here with us today, man. It was a great, well-fought match, as I said to Amarú. Sudden death isn't something that happens very often, and this time we got past one question, which was nice. So look forward to having you back again down the road. Unfortunately, the tournament's over for now, but Thank you, man. You've been great.
All right. Well, Aaron, I don't know about you, but that was intense to watch. I just wanted to say real quick, Kevin, thank you for taking a backseat and letting us run the show for you. Because without you, we wouldn't be able to watch this before you have to edit all the fun stuff out. So before we head off, Aaron, is there anything else you want to say before we see everyone later?
Yeah, I would like to say that, this has been a great quarterfinals. All of these tournament matches have been varying degrees of both interesting scenarios and tough competition, but these final 8-man, all 4 of these matches proved why they got to where they got. And I look forward to seeing the 4 that moved forward, move on, and get that first or second title shot that we have lined up. And these 4 that are unfortunately finished for now, they are not far off a couple wins from that same opportunity. So it's interesting going forward. It's exciting to see. And I look forward to kicking your ass someday down the road. Unless I lose. I don't think I care either way.
It's definitely going to happen, and I definitely will not let you beat me. But that is neither here nor there. That is for later down on the road, closer to when we actually have this tournament finishing up, as we are on the road to crown a champion in TMGeek. For that, I have been Papa West, Jacob West. That has been Aaron. For Richard, for Amarú, for Kevin. Y'all have a beautiful day. Have fun. Stay safe.